Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be back. I just wanted to let you guys know that. And if you're new, definitely please subscribe below. And if you're a goodie but an oldie, don't forget to turn on the notifications because we're gonna get a flood of videos this summer. Anyway, so this video is about the infamous Born This Way Too-Faced foundation. I was kind of weary on whether or not I wanted to do this video or not, but I felt like for someone who is just so indulged and in love with the beauty industry, it just wouldn't make sense to neglect a brand. And the funny thing is, a little story before getting into it. When I was looking for shades online for this brand, I was kind of like looking at other brands that I'm in love with, the other foundations that I enjoy wearing, and I noticed that a lot of brands added colors just didn't mention it. So I think they just took the cue to not end up where Too Faced ended up, but at the same time they wanted to kind of get more inclusive. And I'm not gonna play a blame game. I'm just happy that we're getting down that road now. So getting into the review. So the first thing I want to mention in this review and demo video is the price of this foundation. So it is a standard kind of, I guess, higher end foundation price. Not like the Dior's or the Giorgio Armani's, but we're still looking at something higher than a drugstore or like Sephora collection. So Canadian dollars was $49, and I felt like that was pretty fair. Especially because with this foundation, a little goes a long way. I just did a pump in order to distribute it evenly on my face, so that worked out really, really well. So the size of this foundation is pretty standard across the board with all other foundations. You're looking at a 30 milliliter bottle, about like this size. It's not like a super small one, which is great, but like I said, a little goes a long way, so you're definitely going to be able to use a lot of product over a longer period of time. I have gone a slightly darker for this summer, but not too dark, so I just feel like it's a good time, like an intro vacation or like intro to summer. It's a good time to be wearing one shade, and maybe you can mix it in with another. So the application process was absolutely seamless. I felt like it was quick, like I like it because I'm a lazy makeup person, but it was super quick, and it really blended really seamlessly in my skin. At first I thought I got a shade too light, but I was lucky to have gone with my mom. She hates makeup shopping, but I happened to be with her that day, and it just worked out that I think she was kind of reminding me I'm not as dark as I think I am in my head. So I ended up getting this color, and it really blended in really well. I think my favorite part about the whole application process was how well it blended in with my other makeup. So I used the NARS Creamy Concealer, and I used the Bobbi Brown foundation stick, and I purposely used other brands because not everybody goes ahead and buys the entire makeup launch when something launches that's new. So you may not pair this with the Too Faced concealer. So I thought it would do justice to try it with something else. What I love as well is that it just feels really light. It's not a heavy foundation. It's not like thick. It's just a lightweight, and if you guys have followed me for a while, you know I am in love with lightweight foundations. I like to keep it simple. So the next thing I want to talk about is how available this product is. So when you go on the Sephora website, from my recollection, there were a few colors that were not available, but they weren't my shade, so I didn't obviously care. However, in order to purchase it in store, I found that I could not find the shades that I would have ended up going for. So I had to go to one about 30 minutes from my house, a different Sephora, which is a bit inconvenient. If you are okay with waiting and getting it online, by all means go ahead, but for something that's relatively new, like a wider shade range, you want to go into a Sephora and be able to check it out, and it wasn't that available. So the last thing that I want to mention in this video is the color. So I ended up going with Cocoa, and I was actually really happy with how many colors could have possibly matched my skin tone, especially at different times of the year. I found like one that was a little bit darker for like when I go on like vacation, I'm just on a beach all day long. I found colors that would work well with that, and also for winter. So I thought they did a really good job. It was an amazing idea to be able to pair with Jackie. I thought that was a great addition. I know a lot of people were putting in the comments of a lot of other makeup influencer pages saying like, why would you go with an influencer and not like a scientist? But I think it's so important because that's a voice that a lot of people hear, and a voice that represents a lot of people as well. So I thought she did an amazing job in terms of getting shade ranges, undertones, like so many aspects that a lot of brands really do miss even when they do have a large shade range. So that pretty much wraps up everything that I wanted to mention about this foundation. It's a really good foundation. I would definitely recommend it. I think they did a phenomenal job on a comeback. Like I said, it was really like something that I was fighting over with myself, whether I wanted to actually support a brand that didn't support people in my shade range or support a brand that was trying to rectify it. And I'm all about for rectifying things and trying to get things right. I'm especially in an industry that has become so inclusive and trying to be so inclusive of skin tones and backgrounds and everything. So I think that's really, really important. So I'm really happy with this foundation. I would buy it and I would definitely recommend it. So I think they did a really, really good job. Just a side note to mention, there are going to be so many more videos, so I'm really, really excited. I really hope you guys stay tuned. So please remember to subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications so you guys can get a heads up of my DIYs, tips, and makeup and everything that goes on this channel. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll check you guys in another video. Bye, love.